Now, let's concentrate on what we're taking calls from to begin today's show, and it is, of course, on the back of knocking out Bayern Munich last night, Man City. They'll now take on the holders Real Madrid in their Champions League semi-final. Have a listen to this. Simon Jordan was alongside Jim White this morning on talkSPORT. He told them he's not that impressed with Real Madrid.
I'm not interested in paying homage to Real Madrid. I'm interested in the fact that one of the few things that are English about our Premier League is its name. Man City are still located, but geographically, in Manchester. So my job in this instance is to laud and applaud a British side, and I want them to beat Real Madrid. I want them to dispel the myth that Real Madrid cannot be beaten this tournament because they're not a great side. Man City are a great side, and the only thing that's going to stop Man City from winning this game against Real Madrid is themselves.
I think Real Madrid are a great side. I've got to say,
I think they've been a great side. I don't think they're a great side now.
They are a great side now.
Yeah, do you know what? I think Real Madrid are a great side, but I think Manchester City are better.
I will agree. Sorry, Ben. I will agree. I'm sure you will. If it was a final, I think it's tough to call. Over two legs, I fancy City to go through.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Because Real Madrid have got they're so wily in what they do and they know exactly what to do. And you look at their run last season. I mean, they should have got beat by Chelsea. They should have got PSG even before that, where it was one half of madness cost PSG last season, if you can remember. Mbappe scores in the first half. I think it was at the Bernabeu, the second leg. And then there's implosion. PSG absolutely imploded in the second leg, and obviously Real Madrid went through. They played Chelsea. Chelsea were playing so well at the Bernabeu, they get 2 late goals. Even the Manchester City, Mahrez scores the goal, I think it was all over. They come back again, so they know exactly what they're doing. So I would say, when you look at the nucleus of their squad, Real Madrid, and you've got the likes of Benzema, who's been there and done it, Vinicius has won one, Modric, Cruz, Courtois, David Alaba, do you know what I mean? Carvajal. They've got players in their squad that just know what they're doing, and then they've added young talents in and around amongst the team. But I still think on paper, you look at this Manchester City side, they're juggernauts, man. They are absolute juggernauts.
The three teams that are going to stop them doing the treble, your mob when they play at the Etihad.
So they will. So that's 2 trophies left.
I'm not so sure. Real Madrid in the semi-finals, because I think whoever wins that semi-final wins it, right?
Yeah.
And Man United, I know you think Brighton are going to get through, but I don't know if you're saying that just because
No, I do think Brighton will get through.
Right, but either way, Brighton or Manchester United, I think it's a tough game. But either way, the other side of the semi-finals in the FA Cup, there are 3 games there, stopping them winning the treble. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you'd have to say, because I think the FA Cup's a tough one. I think they'll win it.
Why is it a tough one?
I know they've got Sheffield United, but Brighton or Man United in the final is a difficult... Brighton, you see what Brighton have been doing.
You just said they're going to smash Real Madrid.
I get that, but what I'm saying, it'll be difficult. I think they'll beat Real Madrid because I think they're a better team. I don't think they'll smash them like 6-0 over 2 legs.
Who do you think would be more difficult for them? I know the obvious answer is going to be Man United, but who do you think they would rather face in that final? Do you think they'd rather face Manchester United because they'd fancy it?
You.
Do you? Than Brighton?
Just because Brighton play this brand of football where it's so possession based and they move it. It's difficult. It's similar to what Manchester City do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So... But I think if they don't win it now, the Champions League, I think it'll be a catastrophe, because I just think they're so much better than everyone else in the tournament.
You think it's a catastrophe?
If they don't win it from here, I mean...
Is it embarrassing if they don't win it?
It's not embarrassing. You can't call it embarrassing because Real Madrid are no mugs.
Right, they're favourites to win it. They're just over threes.
But look at the squad they've got. Look at him up the top end of the pitch. Yeah. Haaland scores every single game.
Yeah.
De Bruyne gives him opportunities. Bernardo Silva, Gundogan. Do you know what I mean? Nathan Ake now looks like Maldini.
Do you think they'll win the treble?
No. Double.
What do you think they're failing? Double it? Which one? FA Cup?
No, they'll lose a league.
You think they'll lose? Do you honestly, Benty?
Yeah, I think they'll lose the league.
Why can you not answer that without smiling? Look at your face.
I think they'll lose the league.
You're such a lie. You don't believe that. You don't believe that.
I've got a sneaky suspicion they're just going to win the Champions League. That's it.
Do you think so? You've just told me you think they'll beat Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Right. You think they'll win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But you're telling me Arsenal, the only side on the planet
that will hold them off.
That's what you so don't believe that, do you? We'll take calls on all things Man City. Bentley thinks it'll be a catastrophe because Man City fans are more, I think, from my understanding, more concerned about winning the Premier League than Champions League.
Yeah, of course, it's their bread and butter. But I think they'd like both.
They need the Champions League to be able to be...
I'm not having this discussion again.
No. I'm not going to say be a big head, but I think if you want to consider yourself a European giant, you need to have won everything.
You say that, but they are a European giant now, at the minute.
You've got to win the European Cup.
I get that, but it's different metrics, because I think if Mbappe was in the market tomorrow, Man City, like a top club, would be in for it.
But it takes him to the next level, right? We agree that.
I think if they win it, then that puts a lot of you ain't won the Champions League, you spent all this money,
it's
all
done.
that gets it's done. Put to bed.
Yeah, and then God knows what will happen after that with no pressure.
Clearly.
And he said that after Pep wins the treble, if he does, what's left for him? Will he stay at Man City, etc.? And then I said, do you reckon he's got boxes to tick? Do you reckon one of his boxes is to win the World Cup with Spain?
Yeah. Not even so much with Spain. I think
really?
I can see him winning it with Brazil, going to Brazil.
Oh, can you?
I think he even spoke about managing Brazil, actually. come to think of it.
Yeah.
But
Would you like to see him England manager?
yeah.
I think we'd all agree.
I am
We'd all
not
agree.
one of these guys who sits there and will go, next England manager or has to be English.
Yeah.
If you've got, I don't know, Gareth Southgate's there, signed a new contract, or Pep's free, you go Pep.
You got Pep. Yeah, I agree with you. It sounds like you've had about 9 Red Bulls today. You're buzzing. I like it.
But what's that? But I do think he's got one more box to tick club-wise, and that's Champions League.
Yeah, but when he's done that,
then I don't know how much longer he stays, but...
Do you know? When did you get there? 2016?
He's been there a while.
7 years, yeah, I think so. Let's talk to some Man City fans. Leon joins us first. Hello, Leon, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
I'm great, I'm very well, thanks. What's up?
Good. I think as a big City fan, I'm not going to get too carried away with it and just say the only thing that's important now is Saturday. That's the only thing I'm going to think
Is that
about.
not a bit cliche, Leon?
Come on, Leon.
No, because... If you
Leon.
Yeah.
Your mates are City fans, right?
Say again, sorry?
You've got mates that are City fans?
Yeah, a couple.
Have you spoken to them about the treble yet?
No.
You've only spoke about Sheffield United?
No, I've not spoken to any of my mates.
Whatever?
Not since last night, no.
Yeah, but when you talk to your mates about City so far this season, over the last 2 weeks, have you not once said, I think we could do the treble this year?
No, last night was the first time I genuinely thought maybe it could be possible.
When will you start talking about it realistically, Leon?
Realistically, I'll start talking about it after Real Madrid.
All right. So get to the final of the Champions League.
You must have had conversations about it. You've got to.
Yeah. Leon, let me just ask you one other question. If you are going to slip up in one of the 3, what do you think you're most likely to slip up in?
Real Madrid.
So you think you're going to win the Premier League without a doubt?
I said from day one the Premier League's ours.
Okay.
I've always stuck to that.
Okay. And last question, because I've got other calls, but I'm enjoying talking to you. What's bigger for you personally, the City fan, Champions League or Premier League?
I'd be happy with either.
I know, but if you could choose one, what would it be?
I'd probably say Champions League, but for different reasons.
Yeah, I get that.
And by the way, Pep Guardiola would never ever manage Spain.
Yeah, Catalonia.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So if he's dedicating to that, he would never go.
No, you're right.
In the money.
Yeah. Do you see him managing at national level?
Eventually, he's already said he will do one day.
That's Brazil. He's got Brazil written all over it. He has.
Oh,
the way that they play, or even England. Well, half the squad is part of his. What is it? Stones, Grealish,
Foden.
Walker, Foden.
Yeah. Should
Calvin Phillips.
Find a way to get Haaland English. John's up next. Hello, John.
Hi guys, you okay?
I'm great, thanks, John. How are you today?
Absolutely brilliant after watching the striking Viking eating defenders again.
Go on then, so the treble, is that what you phoned up to talk about?
Yeah, you kind of stole me thunder a little bit, Mr. Goldstein, a little bit, because I've said Pep's been with us since 2016, and the style of football now is being replicated through all the divisions, isn't it? Playing out from the back and the goalkeeper's involved in the build-up and all the rest of it. So, yeah, so he's kind of reinvented the game over in the Premier League, whatever. But my fear is, and you touched on it, is he's been there 7 years more than he's been anywhere else. And he has obviously got targets, KPIs to hit, right? So what I'm saying is, if he wins the treble, my work here is now done. What else is before him? That's me worry. That's the flip side. So, do I want to win the treble? Absolutely, because you're in it to win it, and we've put ourselves in a really good position in all the competitions. I think without disrespecting Sheffield United, and I've got good friends who will be going to the game at the weekend, I think we get past Sheffield United. Although they're going to give us a game, don't worry about that. But we have enough. Real Madrid, they're the wily old foxes of this European competition, aren't they? We had our foot on their throat last time around, and they wriggled out of it and knocked us out. So what I'm saying is, last night when we came up against Leroy Sané and Kingsley Coleman, wow! I mean, we're going to come up against players of a similar ilk, maybe slightly better.
Well, do you know what? You know what, John? John's probably right when you look at what Real Madrid have got, the Vinicius and Rodrigo and Valverde, but. Yeah, I just feel they'll get past Real Madrid. And he made a good point. Sheffield United will be game. They'll give it a go.
They'll batter Sheffield United.
What they did against Burnley, who are the best in the Championship.
I wouldn't be surprised if they get 4 or 5 against Sheffield United.
I'm the same.
I wouldn't be
exact
surprised.
same.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.